Okay, so guys, welcome to day 2 of our data analysis training with TIT and our partners, um, OAAD and also LSUIC. So they are partnering with us to make sure that we have this program being run successfully. So if you are joining from any of these organizations, please let us know in the chat box which of the organization invited you. Let us know in the chat box, and also where you are joining us from, probably the country or the city, but I think it's preferable you just put the country. So let us know the country you are joining us from and also who invited you. If you came from OAAD, that is the Organization of African Academy of Doctors, or you're coming from LSUIC, that is the Liberian Student Union in China, you can let us know in the chat box where you are joining us from. So somebody wanted to ask question before I start. So can you just unmute yourself and ask a question? There was somebody who was trying to speak. Okay. So at any point in time, if you have, so a lot of people joining from OAAD, and then people are also joining from Wuhan, Beijing, Shanghai, different places, Egypt. I checked the chat yesterday, and I saw a lot of people also join um, from Ghana, Nigeria, and different places also. Welcome, welcome. People also join from Ethiopia and a whole lot of places out here. The vast majority of our people join from China and Liberia. Okay, so that's it. If you have not subscribed, I think we have 4 people that subscribed yesterday. The video for yesterday is already on the channel, so you can please check it out. This is the video. I think we have up to 75 persons that watched the video yesterday or even today. So if you have not, you can just go there and just like and subscribe. At least it's going to help us in some way, somehow. Probably on tomorrow, we're going to end this program on tomorrow. Uh, we're going to end this program.
I mean, la brand minute will know say yeah, you please mute your call.
But
And
you are parking in a parking lot then.
they are even joining with iPhone and all of that. So again, they are coming back again today. All right. So if you have not probably subscribed also, I think we have 4 persons, and the 4 people, I think I can say we remember their names. That was Pasenda the Great, Lowell, Format, Zach, and Voice of Nation. These people also subscribed to the channel yesterday. Thank you so much. So on yesterday, we talk about data type and assignment, and also we move on to talk about data structure. So today we're going to be talking about data import and export. Data import and export. If time is still enough for us, we will now try to at least show you how you can start visualizing your data, how you can visualize your data. And we're just doing a review of yesterday. So if you were here and you already listened, that's fine. Let us know where you're joining us from and the organization that you are representing. We have our partners, TIT and OAD, that also helping to make this program successful. So thanks so much to all of our partners and all of our supporters out there. Thank you so much. So if you are here representing any of them, let us know in the chat box. We will be glad to know that. So yesterday we covered all of these things, and I'm sure you already watched the video, and also we share the code. So I'm sure you also practice If you did not, that's another thing. But I'm sure you already did. So if you have been running yours in here or you already written yours in here, you can save it. So you come here to File, and then you come to Save As, and then it's going to ask you to choose where you want to save your document or where you want to save that R script. So for me, I just save it in R training. This is it, day one. I'm coming just a minute. I already saved mine in day one. So I'm sure you already saved yours. If you haven't, then please try to do, because later on you can try to reference it and see probably where it is, and then you can practice from there. So let's move on with what we have for today. I'm sure there's no other question from yesterday. We have already addressed every other thing from yesterday. So thank you so much for joining. Attendance will be taken at the end of the program. So some of you say you didn't see your name yesterday. Please stay until the end of the program. That's when we're going to do the attendance, please. Some of you joined and then you left, but then you think like you're going to be part of the attendance. So please stay until the end of the program, please. So let's move into data import and export. I'm going to create a new file. I come here to script, and then I say R script. We already showed you guys this one yesterday, but just a review. So I'm going to close the R1, or I can leave it open. It still doesn't matter. So now let's move into data import and export. I've created a 13 pages document. I'm going to share that with you right after this meeting. It's covering all of the various kind of data set. When it comes to medical data, if you have your data in JSON, I think I checked the chat history from yesterday. Somebody asked how can we import JSON data into R, and also somebody asked about how can we import, let me see, I think that was SATA. How can we import SATA data into R? And then some people also ask different questions about how they can import maybe SPSS and all of that into R. So I've created a documentation for that. It's very easy, straightforward, and show you all of the steps and processes. So you just read through it and find the one that you want to do. If you're working with pattern data and you want to import a data from pattern to R, it's also here. If you want to import a data from an SQL or SQLite, you can also find the option here. If you want to import data from Excel, from CSV, whatever data type you have, we already have everything already covered up. So I will share that with you right after this meeting. But for today, we're just going to see how we can deal with it using Excel and CSV. We're going to see how we can do it using Excel and CSV for today. All right, so let's move on. The first thing we want to do is to install some packages. And how to install a package? One way, you can type the command install. Just maybe let's use the console for that. And let me clear my console, Control L to clear the console. So you can type install. Once you put install, the option is going to pop up. You can go with the first one, install the packages, and then you put the name of that package. One of the name of the package you want to use is called read XL. And now you can see a little description about this. It's going to read Excel file. So you can install it if you don't have it. I already have it, so I can. If I just press enter, now it's going to start installing. But from your end, try to install it. Just click on enter. Once you find the name pop up here, like VXL, you click on it, and then you press enter. Okay? So please just run it. You need it. The next package, I share the list of all of the packages that we have to use during this training. So ReXL. The next package we want to install is Stativerse. The next package also we're going to install is called CSV read. Another one we're going to install is called CSV, just CSV. Another one we
Please,
got.
I'm lost though.
Yeah, I'm coming. Let me just list the package here so those that already know what they are doing, they can move on with that quickly. So these four, we're going to use these four for today. So to install any of these ones, come here to the console, or you can even come here in your script area and you say install. You'll see it's going to pop up an option. So you see install.packages, just click on it. Or once it's already highlighted in blue, you can press the enter key and it's going to complete that for you. Now the first one we're going to install is read XL. So it also gave me the option to see it. And then I press enter. So now I have this. I just come at the end of it and then I press run. That's going to be installed on my computer. Okay, so where is the link to the package? There's no link to a package. I was going to install it for you right at the go. It's not difficult. Within a few seconds, that package is going to be installed automatically. So just run what I'm running here. Install the package. The package I was going to recognize that, so don't worry about link to any other package. Just tap what we just tapped, and then the next one. Yeah, go ahead.
Do we need to install the package?
You say?
Do we
I said I'm lost.
Everybody have to install the
package?
package. Everybody have to install the package. The person who is lost, can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
So where are you lost? Which part of it are you lost on?
I don't know. I have like entered written regex and it's giving me like error. Object redox not found.
So probably you didn't type it right. So please just send a screenshot in the chat box and then we're going to see probably what's the error you have. Or let me just, somebody already sent it in the chat box. You can also just copy and paste what the person shared. I think Mohammed shared everything in the chat box already. So just go there and just copy it line for line, or you can copy everything. So once you copy everything that Mohammed shared, just highlight them and then you click on run. So I was going to install everything for you. Okay, so just check the chat box. You will see.
I got this thing. It said updating loaded packages. One or more of the packages to be updated are currently loaded.
Yeah, that means you already have that package installed. Once you see that option, you already have the package installed. So for those who don't have the package, they can install it. But if you already have it, then just forget about installing it. It's for those who don't have it. Do you need internet to install it? Try to run a command and see the option you have. But I don't think you need internet because it's going to communicate with one of the servers. So, but try first and see what's the option you have. So after you install all of the packages, let us know first in the chat box. Those that have installed it, let us know in the chat box. If you have installed it, please let us know in the chat box. How can we know that all these packages are successfully installed? So one command you can use to check all of the packages that are installed. Oh, I don't want to restart it, bro. If you want to check all of the packages that are installed, one way to do it is you tap install. In past tense, install, you see install the packages. And if you press enter, I is going to run that line and tell you all of the packages you have installed. All of the packages you have installed is going to be listed. For example, I have Perl, I have country code, I have PGG, all these packages they're already installed. So that's one way you can check. You can check all of the packages. Another way you can do that, you can come here to where you have packages on the other window, and then you will see all of the packages that you have. They'll be listed here also. Anything you see here, meaning that's what you have installed. What you see in user
Yeah,
library?
brother. Yeah, brother. Please go back, man. We're still writing there to 6 to 7 and 8. Yeah, to where you gotta install packages and so we're still importing. Because you erase it already. Okay, thank you.
All right, you can check the chat box also. When Mohammed already shared you already share everything there as well. So just copy and paste and just run everything at once. I will do the rest of it for you. Just copy everything and run.
Sorry, my
You
console
cannot
seems
copy what he sent. Maybe.
activated.
Your console is updating.
It's not. I can't type anything under console. I don't know how do I create, and then because there are some things like what I can see is like R version 4.4.1 like that. How can I create so that I can type the way you've done?
We show you how to
Under
clear.
console.
To clear, please press Ctrl L to clear, or you press this brush sound or the brush symbol here to clear
Okay.
everything. Okay,
Right.
use just copy and paste. Don't type anything again. Just copy and paste.
I don't know. I'm not able to copy that thing that he sent.
Let me just send this one that I just copy here to the chat box.
When I underline everything, but
Somebody
not
have
giving me
just
an option to copy.
all right. So if you cannot copy, then just follow.
Yes, I
Because we are
underline it, but
running
I cannot
we are
copy it.
running
I
out
don't
of
know.
time, please. So if you cannot copy, just follow, or you can come here to package and click here on install. Come here to packages and click here on install. And then in here
I
you can
sent
tap.
something to the WeChat.
Yeah, they said they cannot copy. I don't know however way it is. So just if you come here, you see the same thing. Okay, so just come here to packages and then click on install, and then you tap the name of the package. The first one is RXL. So once you tap it, you see R is going to give you the option. Click on that, and then you click on install. It's going to install it for you. So it shouldn't be a problem. That's another option. So now let's move on.
Sorry, boss. I sent a screenshot to the WeChat group. I don't know if that's an error. Can you check?
Yeah,
please?
So I can go to all of the groups now, but then let's finish first because of time. If I keep going here and there, we will not.
Yeah, see you are in the group. Let me see, and then I'll let you know.
All right. So let me finish and then, yeah, hello.
Yes, I'm unable to install. I don't know. It's been quite an issue to do that.
Yeah, please send a screenshot in the group of the problem you
Yeah,
have, and
because
then we'll check it later.
I'm trying to, and it's saying that it's too bulky to paste. So
Okay.
I don't know how.
You can do it one at a time also. Just copy one line at a time.
Okay.
Sorry, can we repeat again to write this read Excel so that we can be able to install the package?
You spell RNSTA. An option is going to be popped up. Can you type along with me, please?
Okay, install.
So are you seeing what is on my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Do you have the same option there with you?
Install.package. Okay.
Don't type everything. Just type on it RNSTA.
So
yeah,
I want to come and climb the bed.
Okay, so guys, let me just move on quickly because of time, please. So if you still have problem, we'll solve it later on. Let me just move on quickly. So send message in the chat box. People are going to be there to help you to do that. So let's move on. We will address those that have problem, but let's move on quickly because we don't have much time.
Okay.
So the next thing we want to do is after you install the package, you want to use the library. You want to use the library for. You want to use the library to then access that package. I've muted everyone, so please do not unmute yourself again. So use library, and then you put the name of that package. For example, if you already install the XL, then you can put reader XL here. And then you press on run, meaning we want to use that package. For whatever thing you want to do in R, those things are assigned to different packages. So specific package for certain things. Maybe you want to read Excel file, then you have to use this package to read Excel file. Another one we want to just put here, let's just put all of our libraries here. We also want to read, let's say write, since we'll be exporting, we also want to write and then write Excel. We also want to use CSV. Another one we want to go with is, we want to go with, let's say a tidyverse. I will explain tidyverse later on. So basically these four, let's say which one again we want to go with. Let's read CSV. Library read CSV. CSV read. All right, so these are the packages we're going to go with today. I can highlight everything and I just click on run. So everything is going to be run in my console. You can see that everything here has been executed in the console. All of the library has been executed. They have been attached. Technically, use the word attached in the console. So I've just shared all of that in the chat box. So you can also take a picture of it or move along with it. The next thing we want to do, starting with how to import an Excel file or maybe a CSV file, we have different options. Let's say
sorry, sir. You are moving so fast. It's better if we could started to install the package because you can move on. Now you have moved it to library, but when we decided to install the library, still the error occurs in our screen that read Excel is not in your package. It's better if we could start from the first so that we can move together.
You need to install the package first.
To install read the package, yes.
Do you have this? I was going with you, but you are not giving me any information. Do you have this? Like, can you see my screen? It. Okay, please send a picture. Which group are you in? Are you in the WeChat group or WhatsApp group?
I have shared it to someone shared to me.
Are you in the WeChat group or WhatsApp group? You are not in any of the groups?
I'm not in any group.
I don't know.
How do you
send your screenshot again in the chat box, in the Zoom chat box.
Okay.
From your console, which version of R do you have? If you check here on the console, you can see I have R 4.4.1.
Yes, I have.
You have the same R 4.4.1?
Yes.
All right. So send a picture. When you're sending a picture, send a picture of this entire thing. I want to also see the same R 4.4.1 here.
Okay.
What about some of us that has R4.4.0 or 0?
So we told you guys to go to the TIT website and download the R
4.4.4.
Because there, the package that I put there is 4.4.1. So we should all be on the same page. If you have downloaded it from the TIT website, if you downloaded it from somewhere else, that's another thing. But if you can still find the package, it doesn't matter if you have 4.4.1 or 4.4. Whatever. It doesn't matter, as long as you can install the package.
Yeah, I tried to install, but the package is telling me that the package was built under R version of 4.4.1.
Yeah, so that means you have to use the R 4.4.1. So please go to TIT website and download the R there.
It is update.
Why is it that my
update your R?
Guys, please go to the TIT website. Hello. Please go to TIT website and download. Please go to TIT website and download the R that you see there. You see we have R and we have R Studio.
Okay.
Download the R and R Studio from there. That way we will all be on the same page and we will not have problems.
I'll do that one. I'll use it.
Okay.
Hello. In the script
I
area,
downloaded it, but it's not
what is
working.
the second one? Library what?
Yeah, just wait, I'm coming. All right, so guys, please, we have to do something today. We can't keep addressing all of the single problems, and then we will not be able to move from here. So let me just do it, and then you can go and watch the video later on, please. Let me just do it, and then we can watch the video later on and practice ourselves. I'll be here after the meeting. We can still do it together, or even after everything over, you can message me and we'll still do it together, okay?
Okay.
So
yes. Let us move. Let us move because we're out of time.
Yeah, so don't worry. I'll be here to help you. Don't worry. For those that have it, let's move on with them. For those of you that have a problem, we will come back and solve your problem. So let's try to import an Excel file. One way we can do it, you can see here from the environment, we have one option here called import data set. So we have SATA, SPSS, and all kinds of data set here. But these ones, they are limited. You can still be able to import different kinds of data set. We talk about some of them. For some of you that joined late, you can import JSON, you can import SATA, you can import pattern, like any kind of data set you think about can be imported into R. I prepared a 13 pages document, and I'm going to share that document with you right after this meeting in a PDF, so you can look at the document, a step-by-step process to show you how to import whatever data set you have. What a medical data set, any data set you have, you can import from there. So for today, we're just going to do with Excel and CSV because we cannot import all of the data sets that we have in the world. So now let's import our Excel. So you come here and say from Excel, and then this one gives you an option. So you can browse your computer, and then you find where you have the Excel file. Like for me, I have this Excel file. Maybe this is a file that I have all of my experimental data and everything. This is my data set. So I select it and I press open. And then R is going to try to read that data or read everything that is in that file and give me the preview. So now this is the data. So we have the data type here is double, double, double. We can change these ones that have years. We can just change it probably to numeric, or we can just leave it as it is. And then we have another option here to do certain thing. We can just import directly. If we click on import, it will be automatically imported to our environment. Or we can copy this code. You can see there's a little something like a bowl here. So you click on this one to copy this code, or you can even highlight and use Ctrl+C to copy. But once you press on here, it's going to copy everything here, which is this code. So this code will also import the same thing that we want to import. And this is advantageous because you can see it's using the // and I will tell you the importance of this. So let's copy this code, or we can also press on import to import the data. That's also fine. If it's an Excel document that has different sheets or so many sheets, you can choose which one of the sheets that you want to work with. This Excel file only have one sheet, so it just go with the default, which is sheet 1. So I'm going to copy that code, or you can just click on import. Either of them is going to work. So I'll come here and just paste the code. So we told you to install XL. So if you already have XL, you can now, once this code is given, it already comes with the library you have to use. So you don't have to go and look for the library or tap the library you have to use. It's another benefit or advantageous one. So now what we can do is to highlight. If we highlight or we just click on run, from here, it's going to run and execute this and import our data. Currently, we don't have any data called manfa. There is no data here in our environment called manfa. So if I run this data has been imported. So if you check here, you see manfa. We can click on this to view the data, or we can also run this command called view manfa, and then it will also show us the data we just imported. So this is the data that we imported into R.
Wow.
This is the data we imported into R. Or we can come and click on Manfa. It will also show us the data we imported into R. So that's another way to do it. You can also do it by typing the command yourself. So the Manfa is just the variable name. And we already talked about variable name. It can be any name. Maybe if this is your quality analysis data, you can say quality analysis. All right. So let's create another one. Let's say we want to use now the command to just type it. So it can be anything. That document can be Olano, and then you can use the read _ CSV, I mean Excel, to now read. So you have to now put the path to where you have that that Excel document or your data set. So for example, I have mine on, let me find my File Explorer and show it to you the highway. So you can see here, since I want to copy the link or the path of this one, I can just click here, and then I put another backward slash, and I put a Manfa or just mine. And then once I click here, I can be able to copy this entire path. So when I go back to R, I can paste this entire path by opening a quotation and paste that entire path there. But observe that if I try to run it, it's going to give me error. And the reason why it's giving me error is because of the slide. This one is giving me a backward slide, and then another one that we did before, you can see a forward slash. So that means you have to change each of these backward to a forward slash for this code to run. So that's one of the disadvantage of you trying to manually do it. So if you don't know, this can generate another problem for you. So after,
why can't you share that file in the chat so that in the WhatsApp so that you can be on the same page with you?
You can use any. I will share it also. I will check to see if it's not any kind of personal data, then I will share it. But you can also create any kind of Excel file, or if you have any kind of Excel file, you can use it. After this one, all of the files we're going to be using are files that are already into R. So that's why I'm using this one. But you can create your own file. So since I already changed the backward to a forward slash, when I run it now, it should now be able to run. So I have a new variable called Olano. So when I click on Olano, I can also see the same data as well. So that's a way you can import Excel data. Then also see how we can export that Excel data or maybe another data. For example, we have this data called DF, our data frame. It's something we created yesterday. So let's say we want to transfer this data to an Excel data and we want to save it on our computer. So assuming that this data was imported from a different data set, but now you are going to transfer that data to make it to be an Excel data. So one way you can export a data is to use this command called write. So we're going to write this file to be an Excel one. So let's use this LXX. So if I come here, you can see it gave me a description that export to this extension. And this extension is an Excel extension. So when I click on it, and then the next thing I want to do is to find the data set that I want to export. So let's say I want to export DF, which was our data frame we created yesterday. And then where do you want to export this DF? So we already have a path here. Let's copy this entire path. I want to save it to R training. All right, I want to save this entire DF to R training. And then I want to save it with a new name. Maybe, for example, I want to say the day2 dot, and I want to save it as an Excel file. So XLXX, and then I close my quotation, and then right after that, I can run it. So if I run it, that has been exported to my computer. So when I check my computer now and I go to document our training, I should be able to see the two. So document our training, this is the two. And you can see the date and time it was just created. The time currently is the same time here. So when I double click on this, I should be able to see the same thing that we saw from R. So from Excel, you can also do another analysis or whatever thing you want to do that you converted this file or you exported the file to Excel. You can also do your own analysis of it. So this is it. This is the file. All right. So similarly, we can do likewise for CSV kind of file. We can do the same thing for CSV. So let me just do it for CSV quickly, and then I can now take the questions and answers that you or other concerns that you have. So for CSV, we have to use write CSV. Also, we have to use read CSV. So we already have the library already attached. So the next thing we want to do is to create a variable name that we want to save our CSV file in. Let's say I want to use Lucas because he's giving me a lot of trouble. So let's use Lucas, and then Lucas want to what? Read CSV. So it's data input for CSV. Okay, let me read this person. So now we want to read the CSV file, and to read the CSV file, we also have to put the location of the CSV file. Where do we have it? So one way we can do it like we did before, we can come here to our computer and find where we have the CSV file. So for example, this one was my file to the CSV. So let me just do something smart quickly. We're going to copy this one, because you remember we have to change the backslash to a forward slash and all of that. It's going to take us time. So let's copy this one, and I'm going to change the extension here to manfat2.csv, because when I check here, that was the name, manfat2.csv. The first one we imported was Excel file, but this one is a CSV file. So let's come back here and let me try to run it. So now we can see Lucas is now here. Our data Lucas has been imported. So when I click on Lucas, I should be able to see everything that we have in that CSV file. I can be able to see everything we have in the CSV file. So that's another way to do it. We can also export this same DF. We can export it as a CSV file also. Or we can even export first row. Let's say first row yesterday was Alice, 1 Alice and 25. So let's export that as a CSV file. So the export Alice as a CSV file, we can also use the same write the CSV. So let's use write the CSV. And then we want to choose the data set we want to export as CSV. So the data set was is first row. So let's say first row. And then where do we want to save the CSV file? Also, I want to save it into our training. So let me copy this entire thing here, and then I paste it here. But I'm going to change the name. I'm going to change the name to day2.csv. All right. So we're going to have a new file in this directory. Currently, there is no day2.csv here. We're going to have day2.excel something extension. So let's run this code. This code has been run. Let's check our computer now. We have day2.csv. And if we open it as well, we should be able to see the same data we saw from R. So that was 1, Alice, and 25. So that's how you can import and export CSV and Excel using RStudio. So I'm going to pause here, and then we can address some of your question or concern. When I read a file, do I need to use underscore for Excel and dot for CSV? Yes. So read underscore Excel is a keyword. You have to write it exactly as you see it. Read.excel is also a keyword. You have to use it as you see it. But like Lucas, Olano, Manfa, and all these things, you can be able to use different names. These ones, they are not keyword. They are just names that you want to use. Yeah, go ahead.
When I try to run library, the right XL, is that it? So I got the error message in the console. Error in library write blah blah blah. There is no package called this, right?
So that means you have to install it. So you have to use the command install .packages, and then you put in a quotation read XL.
No, not read XL, right?
Write XL, yeah, you have to do the same thing. So you change from read to write.
Okay,
so
it must be in quotation.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so you write it like this, and then you run it. It's going to install, and then once it is installed, and if you try to use the library, it should automatically pop up or show you that you have that package already installed. While importing Excel file, there is double and numeric option. Please explain. So when you come to import data set and you choose Excel, you can change the data type. I think somebody asked the question yesterday if we have similar kind of a data type. So I think your question is related to this one. So you can change here. Maybe you don't want, if you understand data type, you will understand the meaning of numeric, date, and character and all of that. So if maybe year and the values that are here were just characters like A, B, C, D, or the name of people or persons, then you can use character data type. So, but it doesn't matter. You can just leave it as it is, and then you can go on with it. Later on, you can use something called factor. And then factor can also override whatever data type you have and still execute what you have to execute. I think this program can
one more thing. One more thing, please, before you proceed. Can you share Excel and CSV file? Maybe the one we have is not fully arranged in the group so that we can use it as a practice and join you.
All right, sure. I will do that. I will share it right after this meeting. I will share all of the files and all of the codes.
Olano, please, a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I tried to install Excel and CSV, so Excel was successfully installed. But for CSV, when I ran, like it shows on the console window that the download binary packages are in something like users HP. And also it shows that package CSV successfully unpacked. So what does that mean?
If it's unpacked, then what you can try to do is to use it again. You can also just run library CSV, or you just run the code with R CSV. I think CSV should work by default with R, but if you are using for Excel, it might not work. So for the CSV command, it should be able to work without you probably even installing the CSV or using the library CSV. So you can try to just run the command. It should still be able to work for the CSV, not for the Excel. For the Excel, it might not work.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think somebody talked about the time. Yeah, 3 days is not enough, or 3 hours is not enough to learn the entire hour or to explain everything we have. So, and also we don't want to make the program very long, and the time also very long, because other people have different things to do. But what we're going to do is this: after this training, if you want to learn R further, then we can have a one-on-one class. And also I'm going to be creating videos probably every week, and then I will share it on the YouTube channel and also on the TIT also have a WeChat channel and a Facebook page and all of that. So I'm going to be sharing the videos on all of these platforms, so you can also follow and keep practicing. Or if you want to have a one-on-one class, then we can also arrange a one-on-one class with you. So let's visualize one data, and then we can call it a day.
Yeah. Maybe one question here. When we import the data, we say double or numeric double. That maybe I need the clarity.
This one for this one. This numeric one. No, you don't have to change that. You can just input the data. It's okay. Except you want to change the data type, which I just talked about. You don't have to change it to numeric and all of that. It doesn't matter. So later on, you can still factor or manipulate your data. It's still fine. So you don't have to change it to numeric when it is not numeric. Okay?
Hello, boss.
Yeah,
Hello.
so all those that want to continue the R, maybe after here you want to dive more into R, there's a lot of things that we prepare for this training, but sadly we cannot teach all of them. So please just inbox me that you want to learn R further, and then we can arrange a special class for that purpose. So while we are taking your question, let's visualize one data. Tomorrow we're going to do.
I don't know if you have access. I don't know if you have access to your this thing. Can you share this so that we can work with you, like for the maybe Excel? Can you can you share one to the group?
I will share the file, and now when I try to share it in the group, I'll have to open my WeChat, and probably I don't want too many distractions. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to share everything.
Hello.
Don't worry. So after I share it, yeah, I'm coming. After I share it, if you still have questions, at any time of the day, you can just ask me, and I will be available to explain it to you in detail. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I've already installed R version 4.3.1, and currently some of the packages I'm not able to install them because they were built on a higher version than that. So how do I update my old version of R? The R RStudio, how do I update it?
Go to TIT website, and then you will see there's an option there to download R and RStudio. So you can download the R that is there. That one is version 4.4.1. So that will help you.
If I do that, it means all the packages are already installed. I have to install them again, or?
Yeah, you might have to install it again. So probably before you even install that one, you can see all of the packages that you have, and then you can write it down. We'll show you the command to see all of the packages that you have. For example, just come to your console here, and then you tap install in the past tense. So once you run this code, it's going to show you all of the packages you have already installed.
So if I understand you, it means if you have old version of R and the new version comes, there's no way you can update from the old version to the new one unless you have to install the new version.
You can, because the R is being called upon from RStudio. You can download it. Whenever you open RStudio is going to ask you which version you want to use. So what I want you to do, is to download that version. Download that version, and then after you install it, if you open RStudio, it's going to give you two options to choose which one of the version you want to go with. That's another option.
Thank you. All right.
Okay. All right. So let's visualize this data quickly. Let's use ggplot. Yeah, if you have any question, just let me know, and then I will try to explain it before we move on. If you have any question, we will be taking the attendance in the next maybe 5 minutes or so. So please don't go. If you go, you might not be captured, and then you're gonna say, "Oh, I was not captured today." Hello.
Yeah, Olano.
Yeah,
you
my name is
mention
Mansour from Ghana.
Yeah.
Thanks for your lectures. I really appreciate and I'm learning a lot from that. But I really want to find out whether or how to use R for bibliometric analysis, especially when one is doing systematic review.
So the file I'm going to share, It's going to show you how to import any kind of data set you have. That's the first step. So
Okay.
see first if you can find that data set that you're talking about. See if you can find a way that it can work with R. If it can work with R, then that's going to be very helpful. It's the first step to proceed. If you have any difficulty at any point in time, just send me a message and then we can do it together.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah, go ahead.
You made mention of Tediverse. Can you
Mhm.
please lay emphasis on it?
Yeah, so Tidyverse is I'm going to call it one of the backbone of R. You can use Tidyverse to do almost any kind of analysis when it comes to data science or data analysis. So if you want to read more on Tidyverse, you can just come here to help, and then in here you tap Tidyverse, and then you press enter. So R is going to give you documentation on Tidyverse, how to use it, the various command, what it is used for, and all of that. You can read more on the Tidyverse from here. But Tidyverse is a set of packages that work in harmony because they share common data representation and APIs design. So this is a summary of it. But if you want to read in depth, you can just explore from here. It's going to give you more detail on the Tidyverse.
All right.
Okay. Any other concern or question?
Am I audible?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sir, is it possible that we have read the data from the Excel file and write as a CSV? Same data.
You import the data from Excel?
Yeah, and write as a CSV.
So first, if you import the data from Excel, when it comes to your environment, you can also write it as CSV. Because, for example, the DF that we exported, the first row that we exported, there are different kinds of data, but still we're able to export it as CSV. So you can try it. It should still be possible.
Okay, and another question, sir, what about the JSON?
Yeah,
Can we
JSON
import?
data. JSON
Yeah.
data can also be imported. So the document that I will share, JSON was the very first data set that I wrote about in that document on how to import JSON data. You need to have a package called JSON lit. So you need to install that package called JSON lit if you want to import or export or work with JSON data.
Share a document related to that.
Yeah, so I hope you are in any of the groups. I'm going to share right after this meeting. Okay?
Sure, sir.
All right. So that's it for today. If you have any question, so these plots that I just generated, tomorrow we're going to see how we can visualize. Please stay. We're going to take the attendance shortly. So tomorrow we're going to see how to visualize our data, and all of the data we're going to be using are data that are already in R. So you don't have to worry about me sharing the data with you. So the only data I have to share with you today is this Excel and the CSV file because you have to practice how to import the data. But the data we're going to be using for visualization like this, like the graph you are seeing, these ones, they are already into R. So you don't have to worry or ask somebody to share this data with you. I already have these things so that we can practice. And whenever we have our own data, we can just change the name of the data set to our data set, and then we can also visualize this data. The one I'm using here is a data set called miles per gallon. And if you want to see it, it's also with you now. It's called miles per gallon. If I highlight this one and run it, let me just view it so that you can see a better look of it. You already have it, so you can also be able to visualize what I just did. So this is the data set. It's called miles per gallon. The manufacturer, the model of the car, the display, the year, the cylinder. It's a
I'm
whole
not
different
seeing
data
your
set.
screen. Your screen is not visible from my end. Yeah.
Can anyone see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, so I think
Yes, I'm seeing it. Yes, I'm seeing
Yes,
it.
I can see it.
all right. So this data set, miles per gallon, is also available to you. You can practice change the name that we have here, Okiki, you can change that name to probably whatever name that you want to put. You can put your own name. I'm going to share in the chat box. I'm also going to share in the group. So please, that's all we have for today. If you have any question after we take the attendance now, you can stay with me and then you can ask your question and then we're going to explain or provide an answer to your question. So now we're going to take the attendance. Please do not send message at this time, and also please try to open your camera. Try to open your camera. And please do not send message because probably the message can block another person's name. Patrick, can you please put a chat on? Patrick Bizamena. Can you please maybe put a chat on also? All right, so I'm going to take the attendance for today. BN, you can also do it from your end. So I'm going to also take it from my end as well, just for the sake of consistency. Firstly, let me just flip through the screen so I can also be on the YouTube. Please do not send any message now. It might block somebody's face. If you check the attendance for yesterday, some people's name was blocked because of the messages were coming in at that time. So thank you so much for joining. Tomorrow is the last day. We're going to work on data visualization. There's a lot of things you can learn from R, and we cannot really teach everything here. I'm so sorry, but you can just message me and then we can have one-on-one session. Please do not send a text message. It's blocking.
Don't send message. Stay sending message.
It's blocking some people's name.
Please don't send message.
When you block your name, and those that are using iPhone and all of that, please.
Okay. People still sending messages. Wow.
A brand man.
No. How sure are you? Don't say that, bro. You have other machine. Don't say that.
Man, if you take the attendance, now me, I won't go through.
Please wait.
To criticize that, bro.
So please wait. I will let you know when I'm done. Please do not leave. Please do not leave.
Kind of people, my brother.
Please do not leave.
You're not talking iPhone. Change your knee to your real knee. Before you tell about like bro, me change your knee to your real knee. And I like iPhone.
It's still showing iPhone.
So please do not leave. Please do not leave. I will let you know. I will let you know once I'm done, please.
I don't know what happened on my side.
Just stick around. Maybe we'll be over in the next few minutes.
Brand man, please don't leave. Don't leave.
Yeah, we are here. Yeah. Dear facilitator, I'm just trying to install. I mean, I have used
iPhone. You are still using iPhone today. You didn't change.
Yeah, some people are still using iPhone. So imagine, like, you were there actually, but then your name is iPhone. So how can we know it's you? So like, though you were there, but so for those that have iPhone, certificate can be generated until we can verify that. So probably if your camera is on, then we can verify by the picture. You can say, oh, this is me. But if your camera is not on, and then you're also using iPhone, maybe two persons can claim that I was the one using iPhone. So how can we know if the camera is on? Then we can know that, oh yes, this is the real owner of the iPhone. So these are some of the problems. So I have 2 more slides to go, and after that you can leave or you can stay if you have questions. 2 more slides to go. Please just stick with me. Do not switch. If your camera was on, leave it on. If it was off, leave it off. Because if you switch, you're going to go back to another page that you were not on initially. That's how some people get missing. Okay, one more. Thank you for your patience. One more. Just one more. Okay, I'm taking the last one. All right, the last one was taken. So thank you guys so much for today.
Law. I didn't see me, John.
Prophet Key, Eva.
Prophet Key, John.
I did not see myself, Olano.